Stolen Nation, let's talk about, the dating world and a video that's talking about the current state of dating apps. And listen, the dating world right now is doomed, bro. It's doomed. Like, everyone is. Like, does anyone even want anything these days, bro? Does anyone even genuinely want, a long-term relationship? Are these still the dreams and aspirations of people nowadays? The people meet someone and they meet with a purpose. The purpose is to settle down and live together and be together for like 25 years. Is this still a thing anymore, bro? Because like no one seems to be wanting to be out here really, generally speaking. Wow, I can only really talk about like Gen Z and to meet someone. And it just seems like everything's mind games, man. Everything is just mind games, bro. And listen, let's get into this video, man. Let's get into this video and see what they're saying, people.
Dating has never been easier, or so you thought. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Field. There's a platform for everyone, yet no one seems happy. What was supposed to make love simpler has just made people lonelier. And Gen Z has had enough. They're logging off of dating apps in droves, and maybe they're onto something. Are they rejecting hookup culture, algorithmic romance, or something deeper? On today's episode of The Infographic Show, we're looking at why Gen Z is swiping left on dating apps.
But, before we continue, he said something about, is hookup culture no longer like a thing? Hookup culture is definitely still a thing, bro. All you have to do is look outside and you'll just see. Like I'll see some like even if you go outside now and it could be -5 degrees. It could be literally -5 degrees, ice cold. And like you will find a group of girls wearing the shortest skirts possible. The whole bum cheeks are just out. Yeah. Dying for attention. And then there you have like them desperate man that just drooling around and just desperate for girl. It's just a mess, man. It's actually just a mess. And I'm actually like sometimes it just hits me that I'm actually single right now, man. Obviously, player like me got some girl, you know what I'm saying? But I'm actually single and like I just think the things I've experienced in my time on this earth as a single man, the things I witnessed, the things that people will be doing, it's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, let's get back to the video, man.
Let's start with a fact that anyone who has used a dating app can relate to. They're exhausting. Dating apps were supposed to be a fun way to meet singles in your area, people you might never have interacted with otherwise. But in reality, they've become a way to discover that most singles near you can't hold a conversation, or only know the word "hey," or are actually married with 3 kids, a nice surprise on your third date. They feel like a chore, and that's because they are. According to Statista, an April 2024 survey found that millennials spent almost 56 minutes a day on dating apps. Gen Z, almost 50. That's 7 hours a week devoted to a dating strategy, which doesn't include actually meeting someone. And the strategy is mostly unsuccessful, as you'll soon see. But believe it or not, that's actually an improvement over 2018. Back then, Badu surveyed 5,000 people aged 18 to 30 and found that men spent an average of 85 minutes a day on dating apps. Meanwhile, women spent 79. That's roughly half an hour less today for the same generation. So it seems that everyone is getting sick of them. Endless swiping, endless ghosting, and hundreds of conversations that go literally nowhere. And
You know what it is like? Even texting, like I can only speak for myself. I actually hate texting, bro. I don't like texting. You know what I mean? Just sitting there just texting all day. Nah, man. And with texting, you can't really, especially like if it's somebody new, they don't really know like your sense of humor like that, like the way you make jokes, your personality. So when you're texting, it's hard to like express yourself really. So you feel kind of limited. And I like to express myself, and my personality like is hard to understand over text. Like I like to be sarcastic, you know. I like sometimes I like a bit of dark humor sometimes here and there as well. But over text, you're not gonna really get it. You're not gonna really like feel it to its 100. But yeah, even texting is boring nowadays, man. Even texting is mind games. People were deliberately delay a response to your message, yeah. Like just to, I don't know, bro. Like it's just all mind games these days, man.
That is not the bitterness talking, it's statistics. The Stanford University School of Medicine found that 50% of people on dating apps will never go on a date through them. Not because they don't get a match, because they don't want to. They're on the dating apps, but they're not looking for a date. So, what are they using them for? According to Elias Abujaude, a clinical professor of psychiatry and behavioral sciences, people said that they use dating apps for everything from feeling socially connected to simple entertainment and distraction. Some people actually said that they used it as a coping mechanism for negative emotions.
10 seconds, 10 seconds, Chuck.
Next time you get ghosted, at least now you know it's boosting someone else's ego. Feel better now? Well, that means the other half of the people are looking for a relationship, right? Or at least a date? It turns out, no, because the same study found that around 65% of Tinder users are in a relationship. Some are even married. Great waste of time for everyone on the apps
So
looking for.
what did I come back to? Like people being relationships, bro. And this is what I was trying to say as me as a single man. Yeah. What I've noticed, yeah, is like, bro, so many people have relationships. It's not like nowadays. It's not like our like nan's days, mom's father's days or whatever. Nowadays, cheating has become like such like a normal thing. It's become like such a normal thing, bro. And like, a lot of you on relationships and that, yeah. And like your girl or your man be cheating, bro. And like they will take it to the grave, man. You know what I mean? Especially if your girl going out every weekend, your man's going out every weekend, the chances are, yeah, that she is getting dug out, bro, by Tyrone. And you will never know, man. I'm telling you, bro. Like it's not like, for example, like I remember just like this was like a few weeks ago. My friend dragged me to like some kind of bar type thing, club bar type thing, and at first, like there was like some girls that were saying they've got a man. By the end of that night, where did your man go, bro? Like, yo, did you break up within a few hours? Like, because you literally was saying you got a man now, bro, and all of a sudden now, it's what are you doing after this? We've got a hotel down X, Y, Z. I'm like, whoa, slow down, baby, slow down. And then the poor guy's more time at home in his bed, waiting for her to come back. You know, and then next thing you know, she ain't came back now. And he's asking, "Hey, babes, where are you? Oh, I'm just staying. I'm just staying at my friend's house." This time her face is flattened in a pillow. Yeah, you got a man's foot on her neck, digging it out from the back. It's crazy, man. The game ain't the same no more, bro. The game ain't the same. Here's you thinking your girl's all sweet and innocent. Hey, listen, let's just get back to the video, man. Cause, hey, I ain't trying to ruin nobody's day tonight, bro. I ain't trying to ruin nobody's day. But hey, over here we keep it real, man.
For a commitment. Even among single people, finding a date on a dating app feels like finding a needle in a haystack. For every 285 online matches, you can expect at most one in-person sexual or romantic meeting. Stats that get worse by the year. Which is weird because finding a date is the real reason dating apps exist. So imagine going to a supermarket 285 times to have a shot of finding some food. 80% of Tinder users said that they had never had sex with anyone they met on Tinder. And only 1 in 4 people met someone that they would even consider for a relationship, most of which didn't work out that way. Apps have made people so cynical. This much ghosting and rejection would make even Romeo and Juliet swear off romance. The study asked nearly 1,400 Tinder users of all ages to rate their dating app experience. Their satisfaction with Tinder? 2.39 out of 5. With their dates from Tinder? 3.05 out of 5. Those are failing grades. If you see a restaurant with a 3 out of 5 rating on Google, you're probably not going. Or maybe you'll just like spending all night on the toilet. One 26-year-old user, Julia, spoke out about why apps have become terrible. She says it used to be that you would match with someone cute, talk for a while, and grab drinks that week. Now it's more like you match, you take days to respond to each other, and eventually forget why you liked them in the first place.
Hey, that's what I was just literally saying, man. Like, the texting are dead. People just playing mind games, and um, yeah. Let's be honest, bro. A lot of people use these dating apps because they're bored. You know, they use the app because they're bored, man. Like they're trying to pass time, bro. I know a lot of time, you'll actually have some delusional. Listen, the chances of you actually finding the love of your life on Tinder and Hinge and what other app? I don't even know what the other apps are. Yeah, is absolutely slim to none, bro. You're not going to find the love of your life on a dating app. It's better you go outside, you go to like, Sainsbury's or something. You see a girl that's, a bit of you, and you just say, hello, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Like, hey, what's good, man? Like, you don't like want to get to know. Or something, bro. Like, just do something, man. Instead, you're on the phone texting away and, hey, what what do you like to do for fun? Hey, what's your ass? Shut your ass up, man. Ain't no one trying to hear them type of conversations, bro. No one trying to hear that, fam. And again, like I said, people on these dating apps, they're bored. So no, you were just used as like a time waster. Get up, go to a shop, go outside, go do an activity, join a running club. I heard running clubs are the new spot nowadays, bro. I don't know. I heard running club is a good spot. You know, I personally, I don't go to the gym and move to girls. I don't do it, bro. It's not a bit of me. It's not even about secret cameras being around. I just don't feel comfortable moving to a girl in the gym. You know what I mean? Unless I already know you, and like we can just come up and be like, hey, what's up? I'm not moving to no random girl in the gym, bro. Like that's just me personally.
Why are the conversations so bad? Harvard has the answer. Also, we didn't really know that so many prestigious institutions were looking into dating apps. It turns out the answer is boredom. Most people get on dating apps when they're bored. But you know what happens when you're bored?
See?
You are also boring. Which is why 99% of dating app conversations start with, hey. As the study says, this heightened boredom coupled with the inherent unrealness of connection on dating apps drives ghosting and flaking. Spending an hour a day to get such boring, frustrating mid-results? It's not surprising that Gen Z is ditching them. In 2023, Axios surveyed 1,000 college-age people and found that 79% were not using dating apps regularly. Anyone following the markets shouldn't be surprised. In 2023, Match Group, the parent company of Tinder and Hinge, saw its share price plummet by 68%, mostly because investors were worried about the dip in paid users for the apps, and the situation has only gotten worse since then. Between May 2023 and 2024, Tinder lost 594,000 users, Bumble lost 368,000, and Hinge lost 131,000. And we doubt that it's because everyone is finding love. Maybe that.
Listen, I've actually never used like I downloaded Tinder in lockdown. Again because I was bored. I downloaded it in lockdown. Um, I actually didn't really like I may have like liked some girls and that we matched, but I'm never really gonna message you, bro. But there's one girl I actually messaged it, and we actually did link up still. I can't even lie, cause shit, you know, ninja like me, man. Yeah, that's what we do. But generally speaking, yeah, I know that was like a one-off thing. I know that, like, but even then, it was never gonna be like a relationship thing. But when it comes to Bumble and Hinge, I've actually never used those apps. Like people, if you've used all three, let me know what is the difference between Bumble, Tinge, and Hinder. No, Bumble, Tinge, no, Bumble, Hinge, and Tinder. Yeah, like, do you think that there's actually like a difference in percentage rates in success? Like, let me know, people.
That's why Gen Zers are not meeting people via apps anymore. Or let's be honest, since it's Gen Z, maybe they're not meeting people at all. The Kinsey Institute surveyed 2,000 single adults on dating behavior. Only 21.2% of Gen Z said the apps were the primary way of meeting people. 58% said they focused on in-person meetings instead. They're even reverting to even more old-fashioned methods than that, like matchmaking. Matchmaker Germany Fox told Pop Sugar, "My Gen Z clients say they come to me because dating apps are dead. The waters are polluted and they are getting ghosted or catfished." A 2023 Statista survey backs this Gen Z attitude up. Even though more Gen Zers than millennials are single, the latter are overrepresented on dating apps. Millennials between 30 and 49 made up 61% of dating app users, Only 26% of all users were Gen Z, and almost everyone is reporting app burnout. People were asked to list their top reasons for being done with the apps. The most common reason was simple: people just couldn't find a real connection. 40% of respondents said that was their biggest issue. 35% said they were disappointed by the people they met. 27% were tired of constant rejection. And 24% were sick of the endless loop of, hey, what's up? Conversations. But what about the
Hey.
Gen Zers using those apps? Those who haven't given up yet. According to surveys, less than half even enjoy the experience. And that's not surprising considering how jaded dating apps make people. In the past, if things didn't click with your friend's coworker, or it didn't work out with that guy from your running group, you had to deal with it face to face. But it was the decent thing to do. But
Hey, I'm gonna forward this video, yeah, just to see what they're saying, like towards the end type shit.
about their height. Some people on apps will be very direct, though. Some might say too direct. The chances of harassment on apps are way too high. Nothing kills the search for romance like a steady stream of junk pics. According to the Pew Research Center, 38% of people on dating apps have received sexually explicit messages or images they never wanted. And meeting fun strangers you wouldn't otherwise come across sounds great until you offhandedly mention where you like to get lunch and then see them the next day in a corner, staring at you. The Australian Institute of Criminology surveyed almost 10,000 app users, and they found that 72.3% were victims of online sexual violence within the past 5 years. That ranged from repeated explicit images being sent to being threatened or verbally abused. The study
And listen, with these dating apps and that, yeah, you put yourself out there that you're open for dating, and like you're very susceptible to these type of people. You're gonna have people that try to take advantage and send you just some weird pictures, bro. Like people are like this, man. And, with this right here, it's mainly men, obviously. Like they're gonna just send like a picture of their dingaling and thing, like. And this is what I just never understand, bro. Like, man that do this, you send a picture of your dingaling, yeah. Do you think the girl gonna be like, oh, yeah? Like, do you think that's what she's gonna be like? What reaction are you expecting from sending these pictures, bro? I would never understand it, from. I will actually never understand it. I would never understand it, bro. Like women, they're not trying to really open their phone, yeah, and be faced with a jump scare like that, bro, of your thing just there on the screen, bro. Like, whoa, slow down, bro. But yeah, man, I just seen in the video, the users are dropping from dating apps. Dating in general seems to be in the gutter. I don't know. Me personally, like I can get women, I can get girls, bro. Yeah, but it's okay to get girls, but the question is like, are these gonna be like long-term women? And obviously, at some point, yeah, I don't want to be forever, just having a rotation of different girls and that, bro. Come on, man, like that's a part of my plan. Like obviously, it's good for a period of time, but like, do I want to get into my 30s, 40s, 50s? I mean, 30s is still young. Don't get it twisted. But like, what I'm saying is, at some point, it's gonna be like, okay, like, it's time to, know, what I'm saying. It's time just to slow down a little bit, man. And you see me, I've never had an STD before. I've actually been very fortunate to have never had an STD, and I know how fortunate I am with that. Yeah. So do I want to put myself in a high risk position where I could potentially get something, bro? Nah, man. Bro, listen, I've got so many different stories I can tell you guys, man. I've got so, like, you know what? I'm going to do this story in another video, but I'm going to give you a brief storyline on it. So, like, I met a friend now that I hadn't seen for years, probably like 5 years, yeah? And, long story short, he told me that he has herpes, bro. You know what I mean? Some girl gave him herpes and that, yeah. And, yeah, he has to take medication every morning. Every morning, otherwise it gets like these white bumps on the tip. And I'm just like, wow. And just like that, just from being with the wrong person, laying down with the wrong person, yeah, that's how you can get it, man. And it doesn't even matter if she is a type of girl that, you know, she's not really about like that, she doesn't really go out like that, it can happen it can happen with anybody, bro. You know what I mean? Anyone can just happen to get it. So, you know, don't be thinking that, oh, because you're not out here dealing with certain type of girls, you can never get something, because anyone can get it, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, my people, that's it for me. If you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe. Peace. I'm out.